What is going on YouTube? SciGuy29 coming at you for another video, and this time it's the "Damn it, I'm not at the Nationals" video. And hope all is well where you are. Those of you that are in Cleveland, wish you nothing but the best. May your hunting go smoothly and your bank account stay full. Just a quick video for those of us that are not going to the National. I did this a couple years ago when the National was in Atlantic City. Last year I was lucky enough to go in Chicago. Sure planning on the next 3 years in Chicago, as well as the collecting group I have here in town. We've already kind of talked and kind of planned on hitting it the next 3 years. So for those of you that remember, I did a those that are left out bingo, kind of a FOMO bingo almost, and trying something new. Got a secondary camera. I'm not using the camera on my laptop, so I'm in the card room, as you can kind of tell. Got the home plate behind. That's actually signed. That's from my retirement party. My wife threw for me. My daughter thought it'd be cool to have people sign home plate, and so that's up there. You can see the old cardboard pub sign. A couple of autographed basketballs there. That board-looking thing is actually a piece of J Channel from Sighting. I saw a YouTube channel that's what they use to kind of display cards. I'm not sold on it. They just don't sit up high enough. You miss too much of the cards, so just playing around with that a little bit. So I'm going to turn the camera around, and for those of you that didn't play the last time in Atlantic City in 2022, this is I'm Not at the Nationals bingo. And I've created a bingo card, and you can mark off for everyone that you hear on a video you watch from the National, mark it off. If you get them all, if you get a bingo, comment on one of my videos, and you can come back and comment on this one if you want, or one of my next couple videos, and let me know which ones you got, how you got it, and I will send you out a little something special. So those that want to play along, obviously not mandatory. So got Dylan Double D on there showing the Pete Rose rookie. He's got the TV hooked up, so I'm kind of excited about that. See the Vikings pennant, bunch of stuff down there. There's some graded slabs, Conlon collection, Goodyear hat signed by Jeff Gordon and Kevin Harvick, Ricky Rudd. There's Will Clark, signed by my good friend Kevin Richards. So, without further ado, let's look at the card this year. All right, so bingo across the top, nothing different there. So as we look, our first row is YouTube Meetup, Ferris wheel. Let's go back to YouTube Meetup. For those that don't know, Thursday night. Check out Baseball Collector and Mike and his channel. He's got that all lined up. Looks like a great time. I believe they're at American Legion. And yeah, it sounds like a great time. I hope to get there next year. So next we have Ferris wheel. Oh, there's my broken finger. We have Ferris wheel because the IX Center, where this is being held, used to have a Ferris wheel, and it's now gone. In the middle column, we have My Goals. Whenever you hear that, mark it off. G, content creator, and O, show floor. Because we got to know about the show floor. They're going to be talking about it. They're going to talk about the aisles, how big it is, how well it's organized, those kind of things. I guarantee you that should be an easy one to mark off. All right, here we have Trade Night. Lots of those going on. Several of them being sponsored by the National to kind of rein some things in. Corporate. How many corporate booths do you see displayed or talked about? Letter N, good friend. When they run into each other, creators run into each other on the floor, you'll find that. Graded cards. I'm guaranteed somebody will be talking about graded cards and what they want out of a grade or something along those lines. And then, of course, just the National. They're going to introduce themselves and say, I'm at the National. All right, our third row. Let's start with comps. Everybody wants to talk about comps. I'm sure that'll be a a topic of discussion for sure. Wi-Fi. How's the Wi-Fi in the IX Center? National tax. You know, a lot of people talk about you're paying for being at the National in more ways than one. The cards are higher priced because you're at the National. That's one I kind of disputed last year. In my 1 year of experience, yeah, I'm sure on the bigger cards there's absolutely some of that. Cards I was looking at didn't really encounter that a whole lot. With the IX Center, that's a good one. That's where it's being held in Cleveland. That's the convention center there. And then, of course, we have breakers. Are they going to talk about that at all or not? Next, moving on, our next row. We have budget. What are people's budgets? Did they blow their budget? Do they have too much of their budget left? Do they not have a big enough budget? You know, there's all sorts of ways you can mark that one. Cleveland, they're going to talk about Cleveland, whether they went to the Guardians game, whatever it might be. Obviously, here in the middle, under the N, security. After what happened at the Dallas Card Show, you know, how much security is it noticeable? What are they hearing? What are they seeing? Those kinds. Here we have again my plan or my budget, a little bit separate from my goals, but kind of fits all in there at the same time. A lot of people talk about their plan as I go row to row, or I go visit places I want to, dealers I know first, or things like that. Here's the first of the old guy ones, comfy shoes. How many times are those being referenced? All right, our last row, last but certainly not least. Let me readjust this quick. All right, we have Indians, not Guardians. Okay, how many people make a reference to that one? Best friend Scott, Reindeer Studios. Hopefully he's all over the place. I love seeing Scott. Would love to hear from him in his hometown. Grail card. How many guys are chasing Grail cards or see something that they would consider a Grail card? Next, for my demographic, I'm getting old. Usually talks about when they get back and they make that video after being at the National for a while. And then, of course, FOMO. That's those of us that are at home. And those that are at the show that maybe don't get to stay the whole time or are going to have to miss something. So there's your board one more time. Kind of show that a little bit more and hope it all works out. So until next time, remember, let me know. Leave a comment down below. If you're going to play along, if you get a bingo, let me know what 5 you got. And for those crazies, let me know if anyone gets a blackout. That would be a special prize. So till next time, remember, like the sign says, collect what you love what you collect. Happy hunting to those at the Nationals. Happy watching to those of us that are not. See you later, guys.